Good questions.
So, like, what is it you exactly do when it comes to radiology?
Well, here in this facility, I do the x-rays. When I was over at the hospital, I did the x-rays as well as the supervisor of the department.
Okay. They're way up there.
Man.
All right, then. What was your first year of college like?
My first year of college, which I did at Walnut Ridge, was a lot of fun. Probably too much fun. And I think that's probably going to be the case with most kids going off to college.
Yeah.
Is they find themselves in situations they probably shouldn't be in, but you learn from it, and you learn basically what to do, what not to do, and how to handle yourself there. But I enjoyed my first year of college.
At what point in your life did you decide to teach or work in this field?
That would probably go back to shortly after I decided to step away from my first choice, which was a graphic design artist. I just was trying to look or find something to do, and I had a roommate at the time who started bringing it up, talking about it. I asked him, and I just kind of fell into, finding out about it, and it interests me, and I just kind of went from there.
Okay. What were the best decisions you made when you were 18 to 22?
The best decisions, probably finding a career choice and growing up a little bit and realizing that if I wanted to have a career and a life, that I needed to do more than just goof off.
Yeah. What were the biggest mistakes you made in those years?
Basically, the tail end off the last question, goofing off too much. I actually flunked some classes the first year I was in college. Goes back to having too much fun and not really buckling down like I needed to.
Mm-hmm.
But I learned from it. I retook those classes, passed them, and then took a little bit of time off, and that's when I kind of fell into finding out about x-ray and realizing what it was going to take for me to get through the program.
Okay. What advice would you give someone who is 18?
Enjoy yourself, but everything you do has consequences. And just understand, no matter what it is you do now, that's probably going to stick with you for the rest of your life.
I like that. What types of things were you interested during high school?
Drawing. Like I said, I first decided to go to college and got a scholarship to go to college as a graphic design artist. Growing up, it was just a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I got to college, and I just kind of fell out of love with it, I guess. Basically, your teachers start telling you that's not good enough, you're not drawing good enough, you're not this, you're not that. And that's when I decided I needed to look at a different career path.
What type of education and training prepared you for this career field?
Well, I guess you just go back to the classes that I took at ASU. There was a certain criteria that you needed before you could get into the program. And then once in the program, there's a certain criteria that you had to follow during that.
Yeah.
But a lot of it, I'm not a big book smarts guy. To me, I would rather interact with people, and I think that's where you learn a lot of just what you do throughout life and how to treat people. A book can't tell you how to treat people, and how to get the best out of people. You got to learn what their likes are, dislikes are, and how to manage that.
So communication is really important.
It's very important. Sometimes I overshare, but I feel that the people who are working for me or with me need to know what I know. Because if we're all trying to get to the same goal, they may not understand why we're doing what we're doing to get to the goal.
Yeah.
But if you share with them why it is you're doing it, then they might be a little bit more apt to jump on board.
How did you know this career was right for you?
I'll be honest, in the beginning I didn't. I just started in trying to find something, like I said, that I could be in long term. And once I got into it, I really just kind of started enjoying it. Really enjoyed the people I worked with and was around, and it just felt comfortable, and it felt like the right place for me to be. So I just kind of wrote it out.
And you said you did consider other careers?
Yes.
Beforehand?
Mm-hmm.
What about during?
Yes. Well, even while I was in X-ray school, there's different degrees of, and different things you can do within radiologic science. You can do CAT scans, MRIs, ultrasounds, mammo, lots of different things. And for a while, I thought I wanted to go on and do some of those things. You can even proceed into your education and become a radiologist. You know, the doctor who reads them. At one point, that was my ultimate goal, but it's very hard to go back to school.
Yeah.
Once you get done and get out there and start working and getting money to help pay bills, it's hard to stop doing that just to go back to school and start accruing more debt. So I don't necessarily regret it, but I think it would have been a lot of fun had I just stuck with it and saw that all the way through.
What do you like most about your job?
Probably the people. Just being able to interact with the people. Coming out here, it's really cut back on the number of people I do interact with. I see more patients that come to the front desk, or the people that come through patients, but as far as interacting with patients I x-ray, I just don't have that many out here like I did at the hospital. Okay. Being at the hospital, I would have constant patients upstairs or in the ER or outpatients, and it was always something nonstop, something going. Yeah. Out here, it's not the same. So
quieter.
It's definitely quieter. And sometimes that's not always good.
How long did you work at the hospital?
I was at the hospital for 18 years.
Oh, okay.
And I came out here in January.
Oh, okay. What's the most valuable lesson you've learned about this career, your job, or life in general?
Probably, I don't know that it would be my career. I guess it would fall under that. It's just how you treat people. The friendships and the way, like I said, the way you treat people and the respect that you give and get throughout your career can further your career or friendship or whatever on down the road. Just relationships in general is the way to go. You never know when a person can help you out or you can help them out. I've come across that throughout the years many a times. I've been able to help students that come through. I've wrote them letters of recommendation. I've hired students that have come through. I've had sales reps. Matter of fact, I had a sales rep earlier today call me. Hadn't seen him or heard from him in over a year. He just called me up and wanted to say hi. I get emails from him occasionally, just checking in, saying hey. So you never know when that person can help you or you can help them.